heading down to the GSL. Used to be the GSL MCC, Greater Salt Lake Model Car Championship. The name got changed years ago, but people still refer to it just as the GSL. The GSL is probably the premier model car championship in the world. You won't find a better collection of scale autos gathered together for a competition anywhere. It's a complete show with clinics and dealers and an auction and so on and so forth. But it's the level of competition and the cars that come in really from all over the world that make this the special show that it is. It was founded by an attorney, we can forgive him for that, by the name of Mark Gustafson, and I'll let him explain it to you.
We've just concluded the 24th International Scaled Vehicle Championship and Convention. Started in 1979, was principally created as a way to better honor and to encourage and to stimulate professional level building. It grew out of a very small local contest from the old Utah Model Car Association and grew up to that. It attracted people because I was obnoxious at the time and may still be, and I publicized it across the country and people started to show up, named people started to show up, the competition grew. The average model has 500 to 800 hours in it. Lots of machining work, cobalt plating of brass and copper, laser cutting of parts, operating panels, engineering, thoughtful dioramas. It's hard to imagine sometimes just how good it is. And every year it gets better. Every year the average level of craftsmanship increases, and who knows where it ends. But it is a phenomenal event with terrific builders from really all over the world. It is genuinely international in character. It has grown to the point where now it is the recognized international competition for serious scale builders. It's the only one like it. It's the longest running one in history, and it turns out really well.
The GSL brings together two of my favorite things, models and righteous automobiles. It's also a great opportunity for full goose bozo model builders to get together and enjoy each other's company. You know, you'd have to look pretty far and wide, though, to find a better group of people than the people who build model cars for the GSL. Generally speaking, they're grown-ups and responsible, kind of regular people. Some of them, in fact, have full-time jobs. You have to admire anyone, however, that's taken the fine art of screwing around to such a high level. These model cars are incredible. I do wish that some of them were built full size so I could get some wheel time in them. I know there are plenty of people out there who say that these are just children who have never completely grown up and that they're still building model cars as children tend to do, but I'll let Mark explain his thinking on that.
We all have our cherished memories. My dad brought me home a 58 Thunderbird AMT and used a framing hammer to knock the tires into the wheels. I have very fond memories of that. But nostalgia isn't the market. It's just what we remember, these sort of tender moments in our lives as we grew up. But I don't confuse that with the current serious adult builder, because while that may be partial motivation, that's not what fuels the ship. They still have to be dedicated and spend, as Randy Durr did a few years ago, almost 2,500 hours machining and building a 12th scale USAC replica. He wasn't doing that just because he had warm and fuzzy feelings about his childhood. He did it because he was committed to the ideas. He had a capacity to think through and to analyze and to build a sophisticated miniature. That was not a function of his childhood.
Well, I think Mark makes some good points there. If you want to still refer to these things as toy cars, that's just fine. But if that's the case, then I suppose pretty much everything I drive would be considered a toy car too, which is also fine by my way of thinking. Well, another amazing show. If you're looking for the competition, you can find it on the web at GSL Championship .org. That's gslchampionship.org. And you can find me on the web at guyshobbyshop.com. That's guyshobbyshop.com. And do subscribe to the YouTube channel and Vimeo, and like me on Facebook and so on and so forth. And share the link with your friends. And I don't know quite how you found me on the internet, but I hope you didn't find me boring. Look for more Toyman videos here, because there are plenty to find.